What is up, YouTube? Intricate Explorer here today. If you're new to the channel, a bunch of new people subscribed, welcome. I do adventure photography. So I go around, I explore places, and I talk about the photography I do while I'm there. But today I've got a little bit of a special announcement for you. So in 2 weeks, my lease ends at my current house in Boulder, Colorado, and I have no plans, no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So the other day, I just randomly decided to impulse buy a 2010 Toyota Prius. And by buy, I mean finance over the course of 6 years because I'm fucking broke right now. And I'm gonna move into the car and travel around and do photography. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about what my plans are to build it out, why I chose a Prius over a van, which is way fucking better than a van, and I'm gonna show off the car. So let's pop out of the car right now. I'm gonna show you what I got. So why did I buy a fucking Prius? The number one reason I bought it is because the miles per gallon on it is just fucking so good. It's like 40 to 50 miles per gallon when you're riding around, which vans average out around 10 to 15, depending on how much shit you put in the van. If you're building it out, you're gonna put like a lot of wood, it's gonna slow it down even more. You get literally 4 to 5 times as much miles per gallon living in a Prius. Yeah, you can't stand up, but if you're trying to make a lifestyle about being a nomad, like, why would you want to stand up? You're gonna be out of your car anyways. Second reason I got a Prius. You can lay the back seats down and it makes a perfect bed, literally perfect. You don't have to do any modifications. You don't have to take any chairs. You can literally just bend the seats down and it makes a flat bed. Next reason I got it is because electrical. So with Priuses, you actually don't need to really insulate them, because you can have a system where it's called the EV, where you can basically have the heat and the cooling on and/or on all night without having the car on at all. I don't even have a plan to put a solar panel on the Prius. I'm gonna put a solar panel inside of the Prius that'll charge it with a battery that connects to the car and also charges the battery while I'm riding. This is gonna be just enough to get me by with all my photography gear, my laptop, just basic shit like that, GoPro, drone. Next reason is because they're stealthy as fuck. So one of the big things about vans is, like, you know, if you have this giant ass van and the windows are fucking got foil on them or whatever, or they're even tinted, and you got a solar panel on the roof and it's huge, and you just know someone's living in it. Like, even if you're not a guy that's spent a lot of time researching it, like, you could see a solar panel, you see tinted windows, you're like, there's a dude living there. Priuses, you don't suspect a thing, because everyone just associates Priuses with, you know, like work vehicles, like families, all that shit. So you can tint the back windows of a Prius, sleep in it comfortably, and no one's gonna even bat an eye. Income. So you might be wondering, like, how the fuck is you gonna afford to do this? You just said you were broke in the introduction. And true story, I am broke right now. I have, like, I don't even know. I think I have maybe $1,000 for next month's rent, like, saved up for living. Breaking down the finances of this really briefly. If you guys are interested, I might do a full video on the budgeting behind this once I have it all set in stone. But basically, my budget's gonna break down to my payments monthly for the Prius are about $260 a month, I wanna say. And then insurance is $270 a month because I got into a car crash like 2 years ago, and I'm 25, I'm young and male, so my insurance is fucking high as shit right now. So it equals out to a little over $500 a month. I'm gonna equate that to my rent slash, I guess not utilities, because I'm probably gonna rent out a gym. But that's gonna basically be my rent. So I'm counting it as like $500 a month rent for living in a Prius. And then you just equate basic living expenses on top of that, like eating dry food, gym membership. My plan for money is to do Lyft, which you're wondering, how am I gonna lift people while living in a Prius? But I have a whole system in my head thought out. I might make a video on that if it's possible, but like I said, if it's possible, because it seems like such a far-stretched idea. Like, how do you make this place where you live, also where you're making money, and not have people realize that and report you for it? But I think I have a pretty good system in mind. So once I have that tested and figured out, I'm gonna make a video about how to do that. But that's in the works right now. But basically, I'm just gonna do like Grubhub, Lyft, Uber, I don't know, Instacart, like just shit like that, gig economy stuff where I can just hop from a city, stay in a city for like a few weeks, do a little bit of money there, and then, you know, just move on to the next city and just be nomad life for, you know, a little bit of time. So that is a goal. I'm gonna pop out some more videos in these upcoming weeks about how I build it out. I think the first one's gonna be about a bed, like getting that bed set up, because that's, you know, number one. So if you got any questions, let me know. This is a new process for me. So I'm gonna be going through it, but there's not that much of an audience. I mean, many videos about Priuses like on YouTube. There's just not. There's a few, and there's some really good ones, and there's a few that have like gone semi-viral, but I think I can fucking knock it out of the water with some dope cinematography and just make living in a Prius look cool as shit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Drop me a like, subscribe, comment with any questions. You know some videos are coming out soon. I will see you soon. I'm gonna go fucking run off in the snow because it's so fucking pretty.